everyone. Good evening, everybody. It's good to be back again on Thursday at the earlier time of 7 o'clock. Just let me know if you are here, if you're live. Just pop in the chat that you're with me. There we go. Just pop in the chat if you are on live. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can see me. Let me know that you can hear me. And we're going to crack straight on today, and we're going to talk about how to stay on the wagon even at the weekend. How to stay on the wagon even at the weekend, because that's when we normally fall off it, isn't it? Hello, let me know if you're here. Oh, Carol's here. Hello, Carol. Yeah, just pop in the chat if you are here. So yeah, it's normally at the weekend when we tend to fall off the wagon, isn't it? During the week, it all seems to go smoothly. Hello, Emma. And then at the weekend, we all tend to sack it off. And there's a couple of reasons for that. As you can imagine, we're not in a routine, so that does make it a little bit harder. But there are other things as well that can cause us to go crazy at the weekends. The first thing I'd like you to think about is, during the week, are you overly restricting yourself? So during the week, are you, because you're in a routine and you've got structure, are you overly restricting yourself because you're at work, because you're in your routine, and then it's easier not to eat the crap that you normally would, or it's easier to go to the gym every single day, and it's easier to do this. It's easier to do it when you're in the routine. Hello, Tracy. It's nice to have her on here live. So yeah, are you sort of over restricting in the week when you're in routine, and then when it comes to the weekend, there's no structure there whatsoever, and you feel like sort of the floodgates open, and it's like a binge. You like tend to do a weekend binge because all week you've not ate any crap. You've been really good all week. You've not touched anything. And then the weekend comes and it's like, oh, it's the weekend! Yay! I'm going to have a takeaway. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you just tend to go wild because you've restricted so much in the week. You just can't wait to have that takeaway. You can't wait to have chocolate. You can't wait to have crisps. You can't wait to have all this stuff that you've not had. So number one thing I would recommend, and I did mention this on another video I did in the week, is not to overly restrict yourself when you are dieting. I hate to call it dieting because this is not a diet, this is a lifestyle, but try not to over restrict in the week. And if you do have a craving for something, then nip that craving in the bud and have a bit of something that you fancy. That way you're less inclined to sort of binge overeat at the weekend if you've had little bits of it in the week. And having little bits of it in the week aren't going to be detrimental to your goals. It's not going to send you the other way. It's not going to mean that you're going to get fat because you've had a biscuit or two in the week. However, it may stop you from having the 1,000-calorie binge that you will have at the weekend because you're gagging for food that you've not had all week. So that's the first one when it comes to staying on the wagon at the weekend. Now, the second one when it comes to staying on the wagon at the weekend is, do you have a certain belief around the weekend or certain habits around the weekend that aren't serving you? So when it comes to beliefs, have you got a belief like, for example, this is the one that comes to my mind. Well, I'm off work. I'm on holiday. I've worked hard all week, so I'll do what I want. That sort of belief that because you've worked hard all week, you deserve to just do whatever you want. Don't get me wrong, you do deserve to do whatever you want at any point, whether you've worked hard in the week or not. But when it comes to achieving your goals, this is not a healthy mindset to have, because this sort of insinuates, well, I can do what I want this weekend, so if I want to blow out and eat what I want and get hammered, then I will. Because I deserve it. And all you're doing is making yourself feel worse and putting yourself back 4 paces when you probably were ahead. So have you got any beliefs around the weekend that hold you back, or habits? To find out where a habit has come from, or if it is a habit, have you got any repeating patterns that happen every single weekend, or maybe not every single, but most weekends? Like, is there a repeating pattern, like we do this every single week, or we do this most weeks? Like, this is a habit that needs kicking. And if it's a habit the good news is habits can be changed, they can be rewired, and they can be tweaked so that they're not detrimental to your goals. Instead, they can serve you and empower you and actually have a benefit instead of, well, holding you back. So try and sort of judge whether you have some sort of belief around the weekend that, like, you know, you deserve to just have a blowout because you've worked hard all week, or some sort of belief like that. It might not be that one exactly, but that was sort of my belief around the weekend when I used to work in a 9 to 5 job. It was like, it's 5 o'clock on a Friday, that's it, it's the weekend, I do what I want, binge, crazy, all that sort of stuff. And that was just a belief that I had. And then there was also a habit strapped to mine, because my habit was I went out every single Friday night with my mates, went into Nottingham, got hammered, next day felt crap, ate crap. And that was like my habitual behaviour, and my mindset behind it was that I believed that I deserved to enjoy myself and have fun because I'd worked hard all week. So have a look whether you have got any sort of beliefs or habits around the weekend. If you have got habits, then you need to address what they are and what tweaks you can make to change them so that they aren't holding you back, and rewire them slightly. And the other thing is, the last thing is it a lack of routine and boredom? Because normally people at the weekend have less to do, so we sit more and watch more TV, and we're bored. We're bored. Now, you have a choice whether or not you want to be bored or not, because there's other things that you could do in a weekend that mean that you're not bored. Now, why don't you think about having some more structure at your weekend? Because having a bit of structure, and I'm not saying, oh, but I'm off work, I don't want to have structure. I mean, having like, right, in the morning I wake up at this time, I'm going to go for a walk, I'm going to prep some food, I'm going to do, and have a little bit more structure. Because if it is boredom, then you need to do more. You need to do more. If you're bored of watching telly, if you're bored, then what can you do that means that you're not bored? Because it's obviously the boredom that's making you eat. You're not even hungry, you're eating because you're bored. So trying to have a bit more routine and structure to a weekend can normally take out that element of being bored. I mean, me personally, when it comes to weekends, I treat my weekends just like any other day. It doesn't change for me. Every single day is treated equally. And honestly, it is the best way to stay consistent and not to fall off the wagon. Because if you treat every single day just like a day, every day has got structure, every day you've got a plan of action, every day is normal. So if you want a bit of a snack, you have a bit of a snack. If you want to have a cupcake, you have a cupcake. It's not like I'm going to wait till Saturday before I eat shit. It's like, well, if I fancy something on a Tuesday, then I'll just have it. It's a bit of chocolate, that's fine. That craving's gone. There we go, carry on. So if you treat every day like a weekday, every day is just a normal day, yeah? Then that will help you with your mindset. Because if you're treating weekends like there's some sort of holiday, and like, oh, weekends are holidays, let's go crazy, then that mindset leads back to just binge eating and eating shit and eating rubbish and doing what you want. And like I say, I'm not saying don't enjoy your weekends, because if you've worked all week, then do enjoy your weekends. But it's just reframing your mindset around your weekend so that it doesn't become one big binge, one big fueled party, eating what you want, do what you want, and a little bit more structure and routine to it. So they're my top 3. So if you're over restricting, try not to. Treat every day like a normal day. If you've got any beliefs or habits that sort of need rewiring that are holding you back, like it's just a habitual behaviour every weekend that you have, or some sort of belief around the weekend, and if it is boredom, then think about creating a routine for the weekend that will help you get out of this boredom, or maybe do other stuff. If you're bored of sitting on your arse at the weekend, go outside, go for a walk, do something that's going to benefit your health and actually be fun. You can enjoy with friends. Like, I go hiking with my friend, it's amazing, we have good conversations, it's beautiful, picturesque, all that stuff, and it's fitness, it's cardio, it's amazing. So think about the other things that you can put into your sort of weekends that are fun but are beneficial to your goals and not detrimental to your goals as such. So that's all I've got to say for today. I told you it'd be nice and short and sweet. If it is the mindset element of things that you are struggling with, which I know so many people are, it's not normally nutrition, it's not normally the training side, it is all the mindset stuff. I have actually created a workshop called Mastering Your Mindset Workshop, and I have put it online for £7. £7, and it's got loads of added extras with it as well. So I've put on there 3 steps to increasing your energy. So if you struggle with energy, there are 3 steps to take to increase your energy. That's in there for free. Goal setting blueprint is in there. There's a recipe book in there. There is a nutritional checklist in there, and there's access to a couple of the on-demand workouts as well. So you can do some workouts from home with that, and that's for £7. £7. I'll put the link in the comments if anybody does want to get it. Like I say, you get all of that included just for £7, and it's a good stepping stone on the, on the way to mastering your mindset. If you've never done anything before, or you're not sure where to start, this is a good place to start. And like I say, value for money. You get loads of stuff in there for free, and it's the first stepping stone for you to take to master your mindset and actually get the results that you want, get steps towards your goals, and not fall off wagon anymore. Because once you master this, you can do anything. So with that being said, thank you for watching me. I hope you've got some value from this as always. I really hope it's been valuable to you. As always, if there's anything you want me to talk about next week, drop me a message, let me know what topic to talk about, and I will talk about that. And like I say, I will pop the link to the Master Your Mindset workshop and all the added bonuses in the comments. So if you want to get your hands on that, you can just click that link and go straight through to that. So with that being said, have a lovely evening, everyone. And I will see you next week. Bye, everyone.